DeMarcus. Ah, I'm brother DeMarcus.
My brother Khalif,
Okay. We're here to talk about a couple of things.
news you can use.
That's it. News you can use. What does it mean to be a man? And is it supposed to be fun being a man? Uh, it's something we did a couple of weeks ago. We had looked up something on Chat GPT. I think that's an interesting take to do that. Not because of the Uh, not saying that you can completely trust what's on Chat GPT, but it's just funny because it's hit or miss, and then we can kind of elaborate. But um, I put in Chat GPT, what does it take to be a man? It said, among a lot of things, I just wanted to point out this paragraph because I agree with it, but I can elaborate. This is the part I agree with. Uh, it's also about growth, learning from mistakes and constantly working to be better. A real man doesn't need validation from others to know his worth. He defines it himself. Ooh, I liked it, that part. I liked it, that part. Liked it, did it. That part. Uh, but what you feel about that?
I don't think you define it yourself. I
No.
think no, because
Yeah.
we have a society and we live in society. And I think that means there are certain hurdles there are certain ways you have to fit the description. We have to put you inside a box. And when you say you make your own
You
rules or whatever,
defining yourself?
defining
Yeah.
yourself, that's basically subjective now. And you can, if I would re-engineer it and saying that if you define yourself within the parameters of it, for sure. But you still have to be like, if I go like a man don't take care of responsibilities, that's not a man.
Yeah.
But if I'm defining it, I'm like, well, that's how I define it. It's my own definition. I don't think we have that. I think we have a good working general definition of a man. Protect, provide, maintain, also grow, and,
Mm,
and constantly refining himself. And I think that's
right.
what it is. And how you incorporate that definition is you defining yourself. But we need some universal benchmarks, so it's not something anybody can do because
Right.
that way.
I think I think what you said is absolutely right. Like you can't just anybody can't just define what a man is, but in being a man, you do have to define yourself. That's what you know what I'm saying? You have to define yourself like in that's a part I feel like that's literally a part of being a man. Like um you taking care of responsibilities, you being a grown adult, you um own up to your mistakes, you um but you being this man, a man of God and all this other stuff. After all that's done, or even before or in the middle, sometime in that journey of being a man, you're gonna have to literally define who you are. You're gonna have to define who you are. Like somebody else can't say, well, this is what you are. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know exactly the aim and direction you want to go in. Um,
You learn that especially by seeing what you're not.
mm, validation from others. I'll put it like this. You don't need validation from others, but you could I feel like, and this is just me, you have people in your life, your brothers and your mentors, and if they are with the direction that I'm going, they don't have to be going the same direction, but they know me enough to know that I'm headed in this direction. I can not seek validation, but definitely take advice from them if they pull my coattail and say, "Yo, that ain't what you be on." You know what I'm saying? So, I think that that part of saying don't seek validation, I think is very important not to seek validation, but I also think it's very important not to get it confused with not listening to other people that know, you know what I'm saying, that know where you trying to go in life, you know. Um, but hold on, because we was gonna go in on something else too. That's about being a man. Some of y'all ain't no man. Y'all out here trying to be a pan, a frying pan. I
But
don't know. Nah, but for real though. Oh no, go ahead. What you about to say?
on a validation tip, I think your I think your circle should validate who you are. Um, I think you should get confirmation from sources other than yourself to make sure you are doing the thing you're supposed to be doing. I think when you only stick to yourself, you kind of get delusional and other people can't snap you out of it.
Mm,
That's why you need a circle. People you trust or some type of standards that must be
hmm
met. Like if I'm hearing something like validation, um, I might think of a situation where you like, oh, please like me. And no,
Yeah,
that's not something you should look for.
yeah,
But
right.
you definitely should look for a confirmation of what of a job well done. And that's very, very important because a lot of people think the smallest amount of effort is a job well done. And then people think the most maximum amount of effort is a job well done. But the only thing that's a job well done is actually having a job well done.
Mm.
And you got to
Can you
come
give
up.
an analogy to that? Like a scenario to that, if you could,
Mm,
if you
um,
can, but
yeah,
let me think of one.
painting a wall,
Okay,
and you do a good job or you do a bad job. But a lot of people want to throw paint on the wall and think they did a good job. And a lot of times when you throw paint on the wall, you got to learn how to mud and sand. And
right,
you can't fix the imperfections that's already on the wall, and you paint over that, and you go like, well, I painted, I did a good job. But like, yeah, you painted it, but the wall still look crappy. So
right.
you feel like you did a good job, but did you actually do a good job, and were you aware of what it took
Yeah,
to do a good job? Because sometimes you can't do a good job. You're not able to right now.
right.
And you that's where your people around you be like, that's not a good job, but we think you can do it. We believe in you, so we just keep on training, keep on pushing.
Yeah,
And that's where I was talking about earlier about refinement. You gotta keep it, you gotta keep it gangster like that. It's like, all right, I didn't do it. Because it's even like if you just starting out something, you're not gonna be at 100%.
right.
You're only gonna be able to pull 30%. You're only gonna be able to pull 40%. And then with training, maybe at the highest tier, you're able to um get 100%. But
Right.
and that's why we got these manhood classes, and because you gotta consistently train yourself. You gotta consistently test yourself.
That's true.
And that's
Yeah.
another thing people don't do before we move on. Is like you don't have a test. How you know without a
Mm,
test? Somebody outside of you or a condition needs to be met for you to even have a test.
right.
So we gotta start testing ourselves more. You
Mm,
know, Oh man, I'm like good. I look good. Take off your shirt. Oh no, I mean I think I look good. Like nah, you either do, or
Yeah.
or you don't. Oh, I got money. Let me see your bank account. I'm working on it. It's like pass the test,
Right.
and the
Yeah,
more
that's
we
real.
pass the test, the more we can grade ourselves accordingly. So we just don't believe like, man, I put in all of this effort, so take it. Like no, it's not enough sometimes.
I guess I like my only thing because I really agree with all that. It's like I see two different sides, but the only thing is I'm seeing with that is what about for not what about, but I want to say we live in a world where you paint the wall and you just got to be careful who your circle is.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could have did a good job on the wall, but
If you
waiting
don't,
for them, yeah, it's like if they see your weakness is that you think you did a good job with the wall, if we said you did a good job with the wall, then it's like that's gonna be the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have did a good job, but it's like I just want you to do more. So so because you waiting on me to tell you you did a good job with the wall, it's like that's where you gonna fall off, you know, where you could have just been like, well, no, I know I did a good job with the wall, you know.
I think the difference would be, did I do a good job or do you like it? I think validation is looking for likes.
Yeah,
You're not even looking for criticism when you say, did I do a good job? That's criticism.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
other people, do you like it? And they be like,
yeah, yeah.
so
You
that's
right,
the
yeah.
validation.
Real talk, man. Like it's a difference. You hit it right on the money, man. It's a difference between like and uh and if I did a good job or not. Because I could have did the job right, but you just don't like it. Because
Right.
the person that's judging you, and my dad was a painter for years. And I mean, when I say years, I mean like 20, 30 years. He still is a painter, matter of fact, but he used to work for the Detroit Public Schools, everything. And me and him used to go together to paint houses. And when we paint, sometimes a person would want us to, but because of what they chart, because of what they paid, this is what they wanted to pay. This is the job they got. They wanted us to do something else, but it's like we can't do all of that, not with the money that you paid and the material you gave us. We can't go out our way. And we told them that too. But it ain't that the job wasn't right on the money because
You did it within the
he's a
budget.
yeah, he's a journeyman painter, but the person that's trying to validate the job, they really not even qualified to say that, oh no, this ain't how it should be. You know what I'm saying? And we've even had somebody say that to us and we told them what we could do. This happened all the time. And then they go to somebody else because we not about to do what they want done. And then they realize that it costs so much more, and then they come back to us like, please do the job. You know what I'm saying? So just saying that to say that's the importance of having your circle correct because you will go out your way to do certain things. And if that person not on point and know what they talking about, then it had you believing like, dang, man. And that's like the self-worth of being a man. It's like you got to know where to draw the line. Like, yeah, they right, but I'm right too right here. You know what I'm saying? But maybe what you think of that? Is that too much of a rebel thinking? Like,
No, it's
yeah,
kind of in line with the like like
yeah,
again, I would do general contracting a little bit before I
mm,
really gave that up. And people would say, I would like for you to do A, B, and C. And I say your budget only provides A. And
right.
so I'm like, I understand what you would like, and
Mm,
$2,000 is a lot of money to you. but
Right.
it's outside of the budget.
Hmm.
And we will be cutting a lot of corners, and you're gonna have to pay me to come back and do it again. So the way if you and that's just real is like
Yeah.
you would like it done for $1,000, and I would like to be able to do it too.
Right.
But
Yeah. It can't get done. Yeah.
if you want a good job, it's not within budget.
Hmm.
If you want
Yep.
a great job, it's definitely not within budget.
Hmm.
So I I believe that with it. So it's more so I know what a good thing is.
Right.
And I can't take away from the idea and vision of a good thing just because you will like something to happen.
Real talk. Real
So
talk.
it's likes.
Hmm.
Like I said, the difference, like I said, that validation is more so you trying to be swayed by somebody's personal opinion of you, not your actual
Yeah.
fruits.
Right.
So you know you did a good job, and you know you this is standard. You know you're above standard or at standard, you did a good job.
Right.
But if you not even considering above standard or at standard, the thing that's gonna happen is you're just gonna be doing what you like.
Hmm.
And I don't know how that job is gonna be. You're just gonna be like, I tried and I tried. And and speaking about men, and that's one of our earlier episodes of Are You Worthy of Friendship? So
Right.
you trying to do stuff, but you're not reaching the standard of friendship. So
Mm.
I guess you are trying. And just be that
Right.
effort doesn't mean completion. And
Right.
we really have to get out of that. Like I was, man, it's like we was in school, we did them testing. Like I just know I got an A on this piece. I just know I got an A on
Yeah.
it. It come back and it's a D. You like what?
Yep. Yeah.
You know, the proof is in the pudding. You know,
Real talk.
my son, he competed at spelling bee yesterday, and he got slipped up. So he
Oh man.
the way he spelled is phonetically. So he heard alone, and because he a little kid, he said alone, and he said AWONE, and then he just kind of slipped up, and I'm teaching him. I said, "That's that." He like, I'm like, "You messed up." Like that's it. No do overs.
Oh man.
It's competition. I know you could do better,
Yeah.
and I know you can do better. But the standard is if you misspell it, you out.
Yeah. Dang. He made it
And
far too though.
yeah, yeah. But I'm like,
Oh man.
but you
Yeah.
out. And and that's the thing about being a grown up.
Yeah. That's true.
And that's the thing, it's just not about being a grown up is really embracing the ruthlessness of nature.
Right.
And that squirrel make it across the street,
Yep.
but it don't.
Yep.
And then if even if it do and it hurt itself, a predator say lunch, come and get it. That squirrel ain't running fast enough. Some all the other predators around be like, all right, we got some lunch. It ain't this fast. So that's the ruthlessness, like your brotherhood, your father and your mother. We're supposed to make it easier, but it's still ruthless.
It's true.
We have to.
Hmm.
So if you got a brother and I'll be like, yo, I need $500, you can give it to me. It's still you may be able to help me, but that don't mean it ain't ruthless out there.
Right.
And we gotta just remember. So that's why we go on validation and when I say meeting the standard, that's ruthless.
Yeah.
Standard is ruthless. It don't matter how much
Hmm.
effort you put towards it. You either meet it or you don't. It's not moving for nobody.
That's true.
It's not moving for nobody. Gravity is gravity.
Yep.
Unless you enter the principle, unless you enter the principle of lift, you're falling. at 9.8 meters per second.
Man.
It don't matter. You drop
Hmm.
anything, it's falling. So
Right.
meet the standard. We gotta be very, very aware of the standard. So I again, validation is like, oh, I would like to, I would like to, I would like, and you shouldn't shoot for any type of like. Or you can say, I would like to make $1 million, but you have to do what it takes to make $1 million.
Yep. That's
You
real.
just you can't skip it.
Yep.
And
And that, yeah,
go
that's the
ahead.
whole purpose of getting game on something because you don't know where if you ain't never did it, you don't know how to do it. So you're gonna have to get the game on trying to get $1 million. And that's basically what I was about to say, but it's it's gonna always be a standard for whatever lane you want to go in life. It's a standard for podcasting. You know what I'm saying? So, but and I think that's where standard and like meet each other because it's like you have to, I mean, not meet, it don't meet each other, but that's where you got to draw the line because you might be, you might know in your mind, I want to do this, but somebody else may not want you to do that for your life. But you got to say, nah, well, that's what I got to do. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to save me. You know what I'm saying? If I don't do what's in my heart that I know I can do, or if I don't do in my heart that I know I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So let me go.
To interrupt
Let
you
me,
real quick,
yeah.
let's circle back, not circle, but like move forward to why you're talking about it. Let's move forward to the next
Mm,
question. Is it supposed to be fun being a man?
real talk. Yeah. We can go to that. Um, but I'm gonna ask you first, man. What you think?
I think it can be if
Yeah.
you master the principles and you master the standards. I think it can be. But if you
Okay.
don't master the standards, it's terrible. You hate when all your bills hit. You hate that you gotta go to work. You hate that your family is pulling on you. You don't get no time to yourself.
Mm,
It's a thankless job. Um, so it's a whole lot in how it's hard and how it's hard. But if you train yourself, like it's the same thing with weights. If you train yourself, it get lighter, it get easy,
yep. Real
and
talk.
it's more fun. As at first you go to the gym, you can't do 2 or 3 push-ups, and it's not fun at all. You go
Hmm.
home, you sore, you gotta get in the salt bath, you gotta get in the cold, uh icy hot, all that.
Right.
And but the more you go, the stronger you get, the more fun it get because you can do more. So
Right.
the more you train yourself and the more you're able to compete and the more you're able to meet standard, it's more fun. Like Pac said, I like paying rent when the rent due.
Yeah.
He didn't like it
Yeah.
when he didn't have the money though. You know,
Right. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, he didn't at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's hard. It's not fun if you're not meeting standard.
Yeah. I think that it's fun being a man, but fun don't always mean um easy. Some stuff is fun, but it's not easy. And I'm not gonna say that it's always extremely hard being a man, but sometimes you're gonna have a struggle, but it should be fun. You got fun struggles being a man. Some people are grown males, and that's like the problem. Is you a grown up male, so you in a situation where okay, you probably left your mom house and now you struggling and it's hard. But as a man, you should be kind of calculated. So you should know, okay, if I move there to that apartment, it's gonna be about this much. I gotta make about that much.
You can
And then
struggle
I
at your
gotta
mom's
make,
house.
huh?
You can struggle at your mom's house.
You can. Yeah, you can struggle. I was just saying as an example, if you move into an apartment, you're gonna have to know the price, but you absolutely right. You can be struggling at your mom house as a grown male, you know. So but being a man is I think it's fun. I think it's really fun.
So I think when we get into stuff like challenges,
Yeah,
a challenge is fun when the difficulty isn't that far beyond your ability. So you know if you can stretch yourself and okay, I can stretch myself and do it. Um, but it's not fun if you gotta stretch yourself too much.
right.
So it's just too much of a challenge, and that's why a lot of times people just stop. And
Yeah,
especially with the way social media got us going right now, is we don't see like I would I don't think you should think of it as being fun at all. I think that's once you initiate it, you just it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be a lot of
yeah.
struggle if you decide to stay a boy. It's
You said you don't think you should look at being a man as fun?
not until you initiate it. I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
like if you on the other side of it, you shouldn't look at it as being fun. That's only something
I
that
get what you're saying. Yeah,
because you're not going to like you got to be able to meet the standard.
right,
And if you're struggling to meet that standard, it's not fun. It's just not.
right.
Especially when you're giving it your all and you're still not meeting the standard. When you work when you work for 2 weeks and your bills are more than your check, that's not
Yeah,
fun.
right.
That's not fun when you constantly, if you got boys and y'all, and you the one who everybody crack on for not having money. Like
Yeah. Our
that,
homeboys. Yeah,
you gotta embrace that cringe
yeah.
in order to get past it. But people run from
That's
it. You know,
and see when you just said that, that's exactly when you said embrace that cringe. That's exactly what I had in mind when I seen the word validation in being a man. You gotta, you got to. I don't want to like. You got to overcome some things, and it's fun. You
if you
gotta,
overcome it.
yeah. But if everybody cracking on me for not having money, I gotta learn how to crack jokes, and I gotta learn how to get money, and I gotta know, learn how to track things out of my life that's causing me to lose money quickly. You know what I'm saying? But it's all, I'm a man. I'm a gorilla in the jungle. I'm the gorilla though. You know what I'm saying? Now I may not know how to climb the trees yet, and I may not know how to bust a chimpanzee upside the head yet, but I am a gorilla. So I'm not a gorilla, but I'm saying that I'm the man in the world, you know what I'm saying? And I am a gorilla in the jungle. That's in my capability that abilities to do things like that. And that's in my reach to do things like that. I just have to understand that. Some people, it's like they don't realize that they are the material that they looking for. Like you already have the capabilities to be a grown man. You know what I'm saying? You got all the material to do and everything. It's just your mindset is not quite. And that's what we here for. We here to help get your mindset on realizing who you are. It's like, I know a lot of people use this, but that Neo reference in the Matrix when he realized who he was, and you realize that you like, dang, I am the man. Like I am not the man, but I am a man at least. So I just say that to say that being a man, it could be a struggle, but it's a fun one when you realize that you're completely equipped to do this. Like this is what you're here for. You're completely equipped physically, and even your mind, if your mind is strong enough, you're completely equipped to do it.
Even with the Matrix
Mm,
metaphor, when um when Neo got Kung Fu downloaded inside of him,
yeah,
he's like, I know Kung Fu. And he went against Morpheus and got his ass kicked.
yeah, yeah.
And now, this is another layer to it is can you compete?
Hmm.
So you can have the skill, but if you can't use it to get something for yourself, it ain't fun. It was not fun getting your butt whooped. But you
Right.
lucky you got a brotherhood like Morpheus who you can go faster. You can go faster.
Yep.
And and even later on in the movie when he met the Oracle and she was like, you know what I'm about to tell you. And he was like, I'm not the one. And she was like, I guess so.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so and that's and that'll happen to you too.
Yep.
You know, and that's why he died. And like that part of you gotta die, you gotta resurrect yourself into being the one.
Right.
And if you ain't willing like that, that boy gotta die.
Real.
And you don't if you're not willing to resurrect yourself into Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it's three things you can resurrect yourself from: mental, spiritual death, financial death, but not a physical death.
Mm.
So you can resurrect yourself if you broke. You can come back alive. If you mentally or spiritually dead, you can resurrect yourself with that. But you got to
Right.
realize you dead. You got to realize
Right.
that guy.
Hmm.
If that guy could be in here, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But unless you got that chisel, you're gonna have to chisel that guy out of there. It's just not gonna be, oh yeah, I'm that guy. So move out the way, world. Like, nah, they gonna push you around.
Right.
Yeah, you the gorilla, but the
Hmm.
bigger gorilla is knocking you over. You don't even know how to use your strength yet.
That's real.
So it ain't fun. It ain't fun till you like able to stop. Finally, you just stopping the bullets now. You like, okay, and
Yeah.
and everybody else is bending to you. You know, even to go back earlier in the reference when talking about bending, um the little boy with the spoon, he's like, oh, you can't bend a spoon. That's impossible. You got to learn how to bend yourself, and that's
Yeah.
how the world ain't gonna change.
Hmm.
You can though.
Yeah.
You can. That 255 pounds ain't gonna change, but you can change to get stronger.
Right. Real talk. Now that's very true, man. I guess because I was thinking about what you said about the gorilla fighting. I guess it's not fun, but I wouldn't say that. I would say if it's not fun yet, you are not. I ain't
Meeting
gonna say you're
standard.
not a man,
You're
but
just
you're
not
not.
meeting
Yeah,
standard. It's not fun
yeah,
if
you're
you're
not
not meeting
mean.
standard.
Yeah, this the conversation all collides. So
Hmm.
yeah, you're not meeting the standard yet. I got some things in my life that's not fun to do, but it's other aspects of my life that's fun to do, and it connects to the other aspects of my life. So I think it's a verse in the Bible that say money answers all things. So I may not know how to do some things, but if I know how to make money, then that's going to help that other thing that I don't quite know how to do. You know what I'm saying? So, but and as I grow older and older, inshallah, I learn more and more how to make more money, maybe even without physically being at a place to make money, but learning how to take care of myself. And it's like it all counts because if I didn't make the money, the other things I did would be so much more harder. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't be able to pay somebody to help me or pay somebody to you know, do it themselves, or do it for me. But
But
so
even with that, I'm gonna add another thing to it is another degree to it is you gotta learn to love who you are. And
yep.
if you hate yourself, you're definitely not gonna be having fun.
Hmm.
So I got a list. I gotta love that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not something that's gonna go away. It's cool.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's certain
That's
things
true.
you gotta just love about yourself. And even if you don't like it about yourself, so nobody perfect. We are
Yep.
imperfectly perfect. So fixating on this like ideal scenario is crazy because you need work to get to that ideal scenario. And
Yeah.
loving yourself is such a a heavy thing to do. You know, I loved myself enough to be like, I don't want to get on here, uh, you know, without being clean shaven. So I did that.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I loved myself enough to drink some water, you know.
Yep.
And if you got to learn how to treat yourself well, because
Yeah.
other people just go marry that,
That's true.
and you be like, oh, why people don't do nothing? Because they see you like when you a bum, people treat you like a bum.
That's true.
Them guys standing on the corner, they treat them like that. And even if
Real
you're
talk.
not on the corner and you in your mom's house or something, they still treat you like a bum. That's how it works. When you start
Yep.
loving yourself, people treat you differently.
Yeah.
They be like, "Oh, you don't stink. Oh, you smell good.
Hmm.
Your
And
clothes look nice." Go ahead, bro.
it's so funny because it start in your mindset. It's like sometimes, and that's the importance of validation. It don't start with other people's mindset. Like, okay, maybe I can help them see that I love myself, and then they'll be like, "Oh, he love himself," and then they'll treat him better. No, I gotta think it first. Like, man, I love myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love myself. I love myself. Okay, you love yourself. You dang near don't even have to convince nobody to love you. As soon as I walk up on you, I walk up on people and they can tell I love myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to say a word. You know what I'm saying? Like if I wanted to engage in business or whatever with somebody, they can tell before I walk up on them that I have a good spirit about myself and I love myself. You know what I'm saying? I love myself so much and have such a good spirit about myself that I don't even I just want to say it was a story the other day. I'll just say this right quick. I was in this real bougie neighborhood. And it was in the middle of the night too. I had to get some Starbucks because I was about to fall asleep driving all night. But I'm walking, I had to park far to get to the Starbucks. But this neighborhood is so bougie, it literally was like this old white lady with a pea coat and some diamonds on walking down the street. And I was thinking for a minute, like, I don't want to scare her or whatever. So like, wait a minute, what? Me? You know what I'm saying? Like, how she know I don't live over here too? You know what I'm saying? So, and I was clean too. So I'm just pushing. She wasn't scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And the movie just show you like, oh, in that case, she'll be scared because it was some extravagant party going on across the street from the place. But I think that she thought even that the way as confidently as I was walking towards her, I think that she even thought that I was going to that party. I was just trying to grab a Starbucks. But I'm just saying that to say that growing up in the hood, you would think that, oh, I know she gonna be scared. I'm black, she white. It's the middle of the night. I don't even know what town this is. Maybe I shouldn't do this or something like that. Maybe I should try to, walk around or something like that. I'm like, nah, man, what? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I should be scared of you. I wasn't scared of her, but I'm just saying. I was like, man, I'm pushing forward or whatever. And I'm just saying that to say, um, I feel like people can feel the self-love. I feel like if I didn't love myself and I did think low of myself like that, like, well, I shouldn't be walking across near her or something. Because I do try to be careful with ladies when I see ladies walking in the middle of the night, because I just know that they be thinking certain ways. But I knew I was looking clean and feeling good. So I'm like, man, I just really was thinking like, how she know I ain't going to the same party? You know what I'm saying? And I think I possessed that personality and that attitude when I was crossing the street. But that's just me, just in general, like in life. Wherever I'm at, I have that personality and attitude. Like I belong here. Like, do you? You know what I'm saying? Like wherever I'm at. But yeah, that's pretty much it. To say about that though.
But life will try you.
Yeah.
It'll put you in situations where you got to prove you love yourself.
Yep.
Sometimes disrespectful people. will be around you. And if you take that disrespect, you just don't let yourself. Just go back, start over, loving yourself some more to where you just don't have that around you.
Man, absolutely. Your cut off game has to be. If you ain't never cut nobody off before, you don't love yourself. I'm gonna just put that on the table right now. If you ain't never, if you ain't never in your life cut nobody off, like I'll put it in another step. If you ain't cut a good amount of people out of your life, like at least five, you know what I'm saying? And I say if you're 30 years old and you didn't cut off at least 5 to 6 people, you don't love yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't come to the party. You know, you get more and more distinguished as you get older. Some people you just can't deal with. They gotta go. And some people even if they wasn't, even if they were distinguished acting, they're not on. Everybody not gonna be on what you on, and some people just gonna be simply there for the wrong reason. So yeah.
I want to give a little philosophy on like the kind of mindset and strategy you got to have for loving yourself. So you got to be like, okay, so me, I do a lot of studying, so that's valuable. So I walk around people, I'm like, I know you like being around me because I'm about to drop some stuff on you. I'm about to lace you with some game.
Hmm.
I know you want to be around me. So because I constantly improve myself on that, I don't tolerate um environments where I'm being disrespected in that way. So another thing is you want to be like, okay, I work out. Don't you like being around somebody who fit? I get
Right.
work on your hygiene.
Hmm.
Don't you want to be around somebody who got good hygiene? Work on your gifts. Don't you want to be around somebody who whatever your gift is and you do all of this work on yourself. It's not just loving yourself and not working on yourself because that's not loving yourself at all.
Right.
So invest in you. I look good. I'm clean. Um, I'm deep. I can help you get unstuck. Like
Hmm.
why wouldn't you want to be around somebody like that? And
That's
then when
true.
people don't want to be around that, you can be like, oh, okay, you ain't the person I need to be around.
That's real.
I don't want you to like not work on yourself and be like that because it's probably you.
Right.
If you're not working yourself, if you just gonna roll over out of bed, if you're not eating the best foods, if you're not constantly training yourselves to overcome obstacles, if you're not doing that, and you're like, yeah, man, people just be tripping. I'm like, no, they don't. You do.
Right.
Because you start to attract who you are.
Hmm. That's true.
So if you attract people who disrespecting you, you probably want to be disrespected.
Hmm.
If you're working on yourself, you just gonna attract people who respect you. Because that's how it goes.
That's real. Some people can't tell you why people want to be around them, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Like just like you just said, you can name all those things, but some people you can ask them straight up, like, why would somebody want to be your friend? I don't know. That's not good, man. Because you got to know why you want to be your own friend. You know what I'm saying? You got to know why you know, it's people like that, they probably never talk to themselves. If you don't talk to yourself, you're a little crazy. If you don't talk to yourself a little bit at least. You know what I'm saying? I don't always have to have a podcast on or always have to have people around or always have to whatever. You know what I'm saying? I could wake up in the morning, pray, and have a little conversation with myself. Like, okay, what I want to, let me see. Like, how am I feeling about, what I'm saying? Even if words isn't coming out of my mouth, but I enjoy my own company, is what I'm saying. So I know other people enjoy my company because I enjoy my own company. And the people around me, I genuinely enjoy their company and love them as well, or got love for them because I love myself so much that, like you said, you attract the people that's around you. People that's around me love themselves. You can't be around me if you don't love yourself. You're not gonna feel too comfortable being around me for too long. So the people around me, they're attractive too. People that I keep around me, oh, I feel the love that they got for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're around me to learn about loving themselves. But even if that's the case, that's still self-love. You know what I'm saying? Because I have coached people into that before. You know what I'm saying? But that's still self-love to say, you know what, I need help. You know. So just saying that to say, self-love is a very attractive thing that you'll attract self-loving people.
So so these are things when your mindset and your activity meet, you probably gonna have fun.
Yep.
And so like I said, it definitely can be fun being a man if you master it. Yeah, it's fun. It's I think Minister Farrakhan said like one time, heaven is having all your bills paid.
Real talk.
And
Yeah.
most of us can't even like why are we trying to get to be a millionaire status? Like, well, let's how about we just work to get all our bills?
Hmm.
That's hard enough right there.
It's true.
And that's why I'm saying it's a struggle. And I agree with you, it is a beautiful struggle.
Hmm.
It's a fun struggle. But again, we have to actually be involved in a growth to where certain things are more easily met. Because we get 50 and we get 60 and we still 40 and the younger people because I'm about to be 40 in like a couple weeks, but the younger people, if you don't meet standard, it's not gonna get easier paying your bills.
Right.
If you
That's
gonna
true.
be you gonna be thinking, I put 20 years in this, and how come it ain't getting no easier? You didn't meet standard.
Hmm.
It's gonna be no easier attracting women if you don't meet standard. It's not gonna be no easier being healthy if you don't meet standard.
Right.
So the quicker you can take your personality out of it and just meet the standard, the more you're gonna be able to enjoy life.
Right. Real talk. Man,
Because I've seen some
yeah.
60-year-olds still
Oh
check.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I see it a lot, and not sure what happened in their life, but I see it a whole lot, and like you said, some people, I guess one thing is that they focus on being a millionaire or they focus on being all these other things, but they never, that's a self-love thing too, to like they never focused on trying to just manage their life perfectly where they're at. Sometimes some people want millions of dollars because they hate themselves. So they think that if I have a lot of money, then that'll be it. But not knowing if you just had a more comfortable life right where you at, well, not them, but it should be like that. Where if you had a more comfortable life right where you at, things should be beautiful. You should be in heaven, just like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said. You should be in heaven if you can pay all your bills right where you at.
And also,
Yeah.
it's something else being so far above standard too. That's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother that you're gonna have to reach. I'm not gonna get into that,
Hmm.
but just being so far above standard, I have to I have to write and read every day
Yeah.
to because I want to be above standard in an intellectual because this a use it or like this thing is like a brain. This a use it or lose it with anything. So to be above standard, you're gonna have to be in the gym. Steph Curry shoot 500 threes a day. Like gonna have to be above standard. That's what it takes to be above standard. If you want
Wow.
to be above standard, it's not for everybody.
Mm,
Not for everybody, but everybody should at least meet standard though.
real talk. Yes, sir.
Like you work, like it's like I was saying, it's like the way, like even the way we drop in game, it's not a we only able to do this because we constantly learning more,
Right.
and we don't got to gatekeep
Hmm.
no game because or no strategies to do well in life because we constantly learning more,
Absolutely.
and that put the fact that we able to drop it or just recognize there's a game to be played put you above standard.
Hmm.
And you got
Real
to keep
talk.
going. You got to keep going. If you want to get more, if you want your life to be easier, you have to be keep rising so above standard to where it's effortless.
Right.
But again, that's not easy. That's a lot of work. But it's only
Yes,
for
sir.
those who want that. And again, that's not for everybody. The thing is for everybody is standard.
Right. Yes, sir. So, man, what you think, man? What time is it?
We only like 53 minutes.
Oh, okay. So the I hope everybody that watches this shares this with someone. Definitely like the video. Definitely subscribe to the video. Definitely just go ahead and send me $100. If you love yourself, you're gonna send me some money. Uh, if you don't, you didn't paint that wall right. Nah,
Right, right.
nah, but for real. Um, yeah, this is straight up on there. So, uh, definitely like the video, subscribe, and share. Share that thing. Leave a comment. Put in there in the comment section. Do you love yourself? Put a heart in there if you love yourself. If you hate yourself, don't even like our video. You might as well just turn it off. We don't want you to be. Nah, I'm joking. But what you got to say about that, man? Before we wrap it up.
I mean, I was cool. I said it all I need to say.
Oh, okay. Yes, indeed. So every Sunday, we have an upload for y'all. So, what time is it? Probably around this time. Well, I say Sunday evening. Every Sunday evening we have an upload. You know.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna be
Yes,
more
indeed.
consistent and just find the time and make it a priority.
Yes, sir. Because we actually been doing this for months. So we just put the upload up today, but we got some clips coming out as well. So this
Right.
ain't something that's that as new as it seemed like. Yeah. But all right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.